20 years. He said everybody here felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. The broken man in the mirror can't look at me 'cause he's guilty. And I swear that the last couple months that tried to kill me, by the time I saw it coming, it was done with already. It's hard to run from it when it runs in the family. A problem with 1,000 more it's causing. Damn, it's exhausting. This is why I walked in.
Thanks for letting me share, y'all.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. I'm tired of being broken. I'm sick of feeling hopeless. Way down here at my lowest. At the end of my rope, at the end of my rope. So what do I do? So what do I do? What do I do? And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on.
Hey, wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Yeah, straight out the Linux. That on for hours. I'm straight out the minutes. They calling up Dion and straight out the business. We take out the Sims and then take out percentage. Period, break out the minutes from capital M. Now we straight out the sentence. They pay out the pay out the pay out. I'm finished. Then grade out the lake house. The bay watch the women. I got it. Go meet your mate. Lord, please don't save them. Minor bumps as I've been paving the road. I go to sleep, go major. Silver too, but I've been playing for gold. The metal keep close range. I cleaned up, still dangerous. Can't change West Philly raised. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stats up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. This be my tunnel music. They cut that confetti, I'm running through it. Let's play that whole lane, I'm running through it. And if they run at me, let my youngins do it. I just married, I'm honeymooning. I got hot on my own and ain't nothing coolin'. I don't punch in no clock, I sun and moon and I'm shot, bullet, proven, let it go. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stats up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. I'm so iconic. Yeah, I'm so iconic. Yeah, they don't get it, but I got it. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic.
broken glass of a bottle makes a jagged rock. Right now I got two shaky hands, only one way to stop. And I haven't touched it for 7 hours, 3 minutes. Hardly up, already wanna quit quitting. Sweating in an old church basement, wishing I was. Never thought I'd say this.
Hello, my name's Jason.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. The broken man in the mirror can't look at me 'cause he's guilty. And I swear that the last couple months that tried to kill me. By the time I saw it coming, it was done with already. It's hard to run from it when it runs in the family. A problem with 1,000 more it's causing. Damn, it's exhausting. This is why I walked in.
Thanks for letting me share, y'all.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing.
Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
He's coming off a season where he certainly experienced his fair share of ups and downs. On the positive side, he threw for career highs in passing yards and touchdowns. On the negative side, he threw the most interceptions in his career, and his team struggled and collapsed down the stretch. If he can get back to playing mistake-free football without sacrificing his aggressiveness, this team can get back to competing for a Super Bowl berth.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. He dumps it off to Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Jackson now.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. In motion left goes a tight end. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there. And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way, and then try and match his athleticism.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Down to about the 22 here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll run it again with Henry, and they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly. I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he's got it. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here we go with Hill. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 3. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Off play action, Pickett. Tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. I know it's tough to make tackles in the open field, but that one hurts because he got a little bit extra after the missed tackle.
Receivers are coached so well. They have to break at least 1 tackle after the catch. He did that on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Pickett. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run the option. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Johnson now. Throwing to start the drive. Going long here for Wallace.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Pickett back to throw.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
From the gun, here's Pickett.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. And who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Johnson forced out to his left.
So that'll change things a bit. 15 yards added on. Going to put him on the other side of midfield.
And add on a shake of the head defensively because he got caught where his hand wasn't supposed to be, and that cost him 15 yards.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. Well, we all miss football in the offseason, but apparently not everybody missed halftime. We skip right over it. We get back to the action. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, putting some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Johnson on first down. A short one there, caught by Likely. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Operating from the gun. Johnson, complete over the middle to Hardy. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
On the move to his left. They'll fire this deep for Hardy. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Again, a run with Gainwell. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Here's Pickett. This is Smith with a grab. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 53 yards. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Out to his left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Off the bootleg. Johnson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Johnson. Off play action. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up with that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Here's Hill one more time. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Hill. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Able to pick up a dozen yards on the keeper, but now it's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Pickett will look to throw it here. And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. That is caught. There he goes left side. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Eagles have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. Now Johnson on 1st and 10. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start the drive here with Gainwell. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. And he'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Here's 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
They run behind center with Gainwell. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And they can't bring him down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their...
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got changed to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up. Didn't wanna know then, now I bet they're loving us no more.
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, this is Madden Football on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. And this goes to the former Raven, Marquise Brown. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, what a catch by Hopkins. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now Mahomes. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Xavier Worthy, 37 yards. And the Chiefs are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Defense gets up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now it's Jackson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. This is intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Here's 3rd and 3.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And here's Matt Araiza now. Back deep is Steven Sims.
And no return here. Where will they spot him? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And some room to roam now. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. Draw play. This is Henry. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
On third down, Henry. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Michael Dana. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Play action. Now Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Charlie Kohler from 10 yards out. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one-up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Mahomes going to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Dropping it off underneath. Here's Pirine. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Pass taken in by Pirine. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now it's Mahomes again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. Found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Butker's kick here is good, and they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you down, we now proceed to the start of the second half. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trail by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Henry up the middle, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. They'll run it again with Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the penalty, it's Henry trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throw caught by Flowers. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's P-Ryan to begin the drive. And their defense just helped him out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Here is 3rd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
A run by Pacheco on second down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Up the middle, here's Pirine. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40. They'll look to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelce. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Running left to give to Pacheco. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now a conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 17-8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 9. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Jackson on first down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Jackson to throw. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. 2nd down, goal to go. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Henry, touchdown, Baltimore. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here. Now Jackson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Well, I don't think it takes much to crawl into their mind, right, why they went for 2 there, even though they were unsuccessful. With this type of a lead, what they're worried about, right, and less than 10 seconds on the clock, what they're worried about is just giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, on the kickoff return.
Yeah, so you go for it here to try and ensure yourself. Now they've got to make sure they cover it, otherwise they could actually lose.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage. Charles, in these lower-scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory. Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. In motion goes the tight end. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
They go play action with Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They go play action now. Jackson, he's going to go up top again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So they take a big, big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Yeah. Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
They run it with P. Ryan on first down. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. They'll set up to throw. And Brown's got it. Touchdown, Kansas City. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on fourth down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short. So it'll be third and less than a yard. Throwing is Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You always worry about those small receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain at 24. he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And running with power here.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now here come the Ravens. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. To the air, Jackson following the pick six. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Michael Dana able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be fourth down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he is caught. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Play action. It's Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Jackson now off the bootleg. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down. Now Jackson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Here's Jackson. Now the ball comes loose. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 65 yards. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Well, looking deep here for Flowers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson now. He's got his target. That's complete. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Second and a couple. To throw, it's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down as he'll get this up to midfield. Defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. He'll get this out to his running back, P-Ryan. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So we reach halftime and what's been a... All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the third quarter. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The drive starts with a handoff to P-Ryan. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Pacheco. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 3. Here's Pacheco once again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1. Hopkinson in motion left. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Zay Flowers and the Raven offense back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Play action. Now Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And oh, he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball.
I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I